Once upon a time, in a cozy forest nestled among towering trees, lived a little squirrel named Sammy. Sammy was adventurous and full of energy, always exploring new areas of the forest and seeking excitement. One sunny morning, as Sammy was playing near a sparkling brook, he overheard his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Squirrel, talking about an upcoming storm. They cautioned Sammy to stay in their cozy nest until the storm had passed. However, Sammy, being curious and restless, couldn't resist the temptation of exploring the forest. Ignoring his parents' warning, he decided to venture out and see what the world had to offer. As Sammy hopped from tree to tree, the sky gradually darkened, and strong winds began to blow. Thunder roared, and raindrops started pouring down heavily. Sammy quickly realized that he had made a mistake by not obeying his parents. Frightened and shivering, Sammy sought shelter under a large leaf, but it provided little protection from the raging storm. In that moment, Sammy deeply regretted not listening to his parents' wise advice. Meanwhile, back in the nest, Mr. and Mrs. Squirrel worriedly waited for Sammy's return. They knew their little one had disobeyed them, and their hearts ached with concern. After what seemed like an eternity, the storm finally subsided. Sammy, drenched and exhausted, made his way back home, his head hung low with guilt. When Sammy reached the nest, he found his parents waiting anxiously. They embraced him tightly, relieved that he was safe. Tears welled up in Sammy's eye. With a trembling voice, Sammy apologized to his parents for not obeying their instructions. He promised to listen to them and respect their guidance in the future. Mr. and Mrs. Squirrel forgave their little one, understanding that mistakes are a part of growing up and learning. The moral of the story is that children should listen to and obey their parents' advice and instructions. Parents have more experience and knowledge, and their guidance is meant to keep children safe and help them make wise decisions. By obeying their parents, children show respect,